Hi everybody, welcome to Photomikes Garage, the dumbest automotive channel on YouTube. No wait, that's Hoovie's Garage. But today I feel like Hoovie's Garage because I think I made a big mistake in the purchase of this 2003 Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. So I just picked up this Police Interceptor, and as you know, with the Canadian auctions, you're not allowed to check out the car at all. You can't start the car, you can't even look at the car. All bidding must be done online. So you really don't know what you're going to get. So I paid not too much money for this, but I think I still overpaid. And I'm going to show you why. But first I'd like to say that I'm very happy to have this Police Interceptor, even though it's obviously not in great condition, because with COVID-19 it's very hard to get cars nowadays. So although it's not perfect, I'm still happy to have my Police Interceptor. Okay, first of all, I'll take you around the car. And we can see right away that one of the headlights is fogged up. No big deal. In other videos, I show how easy it is to replace headlights and how cheap it is. 30 bucks or less, and you got a headlight. And also, I noticed that this car had no push bar in the front. So that means the bumper is nice and clean, no problems there. So far, I'm liking what I've got here. But as you can see, the paint is in terrible. This is probably the worst I've ever seen. It is flaking off. Look at that. Flaking off like confetti. Oh man, this is bad. This is really bad. This is probably the worst, and check that out. Oh, rust. Terrible. I'm starting to understand why I got a pretty good deal on this Police Interceptor. Okay, the car looks like it has acne problem. It's just breaking out everywhere. That's rough. Rear bumper, not too bad. A little scrape right here. And again, pock marks all over this car. Wherever the decals were, that's where the paint comes off. This is just so horrible. Billy, do you like the cop car? Do you like the cop car? You like the cop car? Do you like it? Sure you do. Who doesn't like a Police Interceptor, right? Okay, so the outside doesn't look so good, but I knew that from the pictures that the paint was bad. Okay, let's take a look at the interior. Okay, seats aren't too bad. Looks like one of the cops got a little hungry and started nibbling on the steering wheel here, but other than that, it's not bad. And it has a rear seat. Not bad. A little dirty, not a big deal. Let's check out the trunk. Okay, we got a huge trunk here. It has got the police trunk pack. That is pretty cool. I think that's the first car I've had that has come with that. Here. Oh, look at this. All police vehicles. Fire extinguisher, first aid kit, trauma bear. Trauma bear, is that like a teddy bear? Trauma bear? Snow brush. Okay, this is interesting. I've never seen this decal before on a trunk lid. This is the first time. That's very interesting. This is all the equipment that the police vehicle will have, perhaps in the police trunk pack. All right, let's hope the hood stays up. This is a dirty engine compartment. Very dirty, but that'll clean up. Okay, so far this car checks out pretty normal. I mean, the paint is worse than usual, but otherwise it's pretty normal to have a Police Interceptor like this. So why am I bothering to make this video? It's like a lot of other videos that I've made before on police cars. This one's a little special because this particular car is a 2003 Crown Vic. And there's a few changes that happened over the years, and a 2003 is listed on most of the forums as being the worst Crown Vic Police Interceptor of this second generation body style to get. And this is what I've got. So today I want to go over, and I've made a list of all the reasons why you do not want to buy a 2003 Crown Vic. First of all, the good. Actually, this car has only 129,000 kilometers on it, which is very low. That's 80,000 miles for my American viewers, which is very low. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted this car. It's a 2003 with only 80,000 miles on it. That's low miles. Okay, so I'm going to go over the reasons why you do not want to buy a 2003 Crown Vic Police Interceptor. First of all, the wheels. These are 16-inch wheels rather than the 17-inch wheels that come with all the other police interceptors, I think starting in 2004 or 2005, I'm not sure. This 2003 comes with the first design, which is very flat, almost completely flat to the outside. It's kind of a unique look. And once these are all painted, I think it's going to look pretty good. However, they are smaller tires. They are, let's see, they are 225 60 R16 instead of the 235 55 17s that come with all the later police cars. So these are smaller wheels, but that's not the only problem. The problem is that this first design wheel was known to crack on the welds on the inside and would have a slow air leak over time. Now, I haven't taken these off to check these out, but I'm going to have to take these wheels off to look for any cracks that may have occurred. Now, of course, this car has been in service for so long, I'm sure that that problem has been addressed, but still, these are known for cracking on the weld. So that could be a safety issue. I got to check into that. All right, so the 2003 has the 4.6 two-valve overhead cam motor, same as all Crown Vics. Fantastic motor, very durable, reliable, but a little down on horsepower in the 2003. 2003 only has 229 horsepower compared to 250 for all the more recent models. And the torque is also down. The more recent models have 297 foot-pounds of torque. This only has 272 foot-pounds of torque. And that's a difference you can feel. I definitely felt it on the way home, that this car had less overall power than I'm used to in these cars. Is that a make or break it? I don't know, but you're dealing with less horsepower. And the main reason for that is that the throttle body on these cars is smaller, and also it has a smaller airbox. It does not use the Marauder airbox that the later model police interceptors do. Also, the tuning is different, so that accounts for the lower horsepower. Okay, so less horsepower means it's slower. How much slower? Well, I got the figures right here. A 2003 Crown Vic Police Interceptor did the quarter mile in 16.99 seconds. That's not fast. But a 2009 Crown Vic Police Interceptor did the quarter mile in 16.35 seconds. Still not fast, but that is a significant difference. And still with the motor, of course, as I said, the 2003 is known to have rack and pinion problems that the later models do not. Of course, one more thing, the alternator didn't put out as much amps in the earlier models. Now, this may have been updated, I don't know. And also the original batteries also were not as, didn't have the same cranking power. Okay, let's go inside. Oh, there's no keyless entry. I just got a bunch of keys. That's right, no keyless entry on the 2003, just on the later models. So that's a little thing right there. And at least up here in Canada, the earlier models did not come with any cruise control. All the later Crown Vics up here, at least in Canada, with the federal government, come with cruise control, but not this 2003. And there are a few other differences. For example, the instrument cluster is different. In the later Crown Vics, there is a tachometer. There's no tachometer here at all in the earlier models. Also, the odometer is analog, not electronic. That's a good thing because it won't fail like the later models. You can see 123,928 kilometers on this vehicle. And also, this vehicle does not record how many idle hours it has, so there's no way of knowing in these earlier models. It does, however, have an oil level gauge, which is really kind of different. Keeps track of the oil level, so that's a nice little thing. Okay, then we come to the center, and which is kind of nice on this vehicle is that it comes with the tray here that has your coffee cup holders. Most of the Crown Vics I've had, this has all been eliminated because they put a radio down here. On this particular one, it's here and it's kind of cool. You got your coffee cup holders, you got a 12 volt, and oh, look at this, I got a penny. A Canadian penny, which is worth nothing. And one more thing, this is kind of a big deal for me, is that there's no adjustable pedals. In the later models, you can adjust your gas and brake pedals forward and back to fit any size person. But in the earlier models, there's no such adjustment here at all. So you're on your own. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the reasons why you should not buy an early Crown Vic. A 2005 and later is probably the best choice for all the modern conveniences and higher horsepower, etc., etc. So try and avoid the 2003 if you can. Now I want to end this video on a high note, so I want to go over some of the reasons why a 2003 still has a few things that are good about it that you might want. Okay, one of the main reasons why you might want to go for an earlier Crown Vic Police Interceptor is something I pointed to earlier, the throttle body. Yes, it's a small throttle body, but it's a manual throttle body. In other words, you've got a cable and you can open and close it with your gas pedal. The later models all have an electronic control on this. Now, why is that important? Well, that electronic control means that it's very difficult to modify the car for more horsepower. If you try and put an aftermarket air cleaner, the computer might reject that, cause a lot of trouble. If you want to put an aftermarket throttle body, it's really hard to do with an electronic throttle body. If you have the cable, all the performance parts that are available for earlier Mustangs, you can fit on this car and increase your horsepower. It's modifiable, is that a word? While the later one is not. So that's one reason you might like to have an earlier Crown Vic. And another reason why you might want to have an earlier model is that it's lighter. I got the stats right here. Let's see. A 2003 Crown Victoria gross vehicle weight is 5,650 pounds, while the 2009 gross vehicle weight is 5,942 pounds. That's a significant difference. So this car is lighter. It doesn't feel lighter, but according to the stats, it's lighter. Okay, there you have it. A few reasons why you should not buy a 2003 Crown Vic and a few reasons why you might want to buy a 2003 Crown Vic Police Interceptor. Anyway, I am still very happy to have this car. I'm going to fix it up. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to make it look great. I'm very happy to have this car. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe for more. So thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time.